Right. Hello, SpeedGaming. Here for another Super Metroid Multiworld tournament match. Joined here with Tracy and Grumblements. How you doing, Tracy?
I'm doing great. Yeah, this tournament's been fun so far. We do have a Farflow and MM2 Nest cartridge for Will Cut Grass for Rupees versus Woody and Sarah Herman from Sarah and the Blowfish. Woody and Sarah know each other really well. I haven't seen Sarah play SM, so that's going to be interesting. The other three I've seen a lot of, all really good players, so it should be fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be excellent. I know I was taking a look at times before the race started. I know Woody's got a high 46. I know MM2 has a high 48, I believe. Sarah Herman, under pseudonym Dr. McStreamy, has I think a 106 or something. But it should be a good match. I'm not sure about Farfaloo. Couldn't find that.
Okay. Oh, here we go. We're starting up. I have so this is full, right? We did just figure that out, right?
This is full. They're gonna have stuff everywhere. Things are gonna be all over the place. Stuff can be anywhere. Varia can be in Gauntlet. Gravity can be in Torizo. And how does this work? It is magic. Total's a magician. There's a bunch of other people that are magicians, and we are playing Super Nintendo games on the internet where we find items in other people's games. It doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah, and of course, for those of you that may not realize, you talked about Varia and Gauntlet and some of those locations that we're not used to seeing. That's because the multi is based off the SMZ3 multi, and the SMZ3 kind of allows things to go in a lot more places because there's 316 locations instead of just 100. And so we're going to see potentially some weirder locations. That also includes Shack Tool, which we did see a gravity suit there in, I believe, the first stream match. So.
Oh. We do have an interesting thing going on here that I want to point out, Tracy, to make sure you're aware. Our upper left and bottom right players have the same seeds, and our bottom left and upper right players have the same seeds. Just
oh no! Oh no! Okay. Not sure. We'll see if we can fix that or not. I will see what we can do about that.
For those of you that are trying to play along at home, that means MM2 Nest cartridge and Woody are playing the same. They'll have the same seed, and then Farfaloo and Sarah Herman will be having the same seed. It looks like I don't think Woody went up. Oh, he's probably going to go up now. But it looks like all of our runners are looking to check Billy Mays missiles. 2 items up there, and not checking it early can be a bit of a gamble, because if something good is up there, it's going to be a long time before you get back up there.
Yeah, it's a tough one because, Farfaloo's got 15 power bombs, and same with Sarah, so there's no reason not to do it. For Woody and MM2, I think it's a little trickier because those power bombs, you only get 5 of them. Looks like there are power bombs up there. So it works out okay, but it does mean you're not going to be able to do some of the checks that you would do going up. For instance, the left of the morph ball or say old mother brain. So you're risking, lesser bad skips for, either way you're skipping something unless you have those extra power bombs.
Yeah, it is 3 power bombs to fully check Billy Mays for 2 items. You got to use 1 to open up the bottom part, and then 1 at the top of the tunnel there, and then 1 to get back down. So, if you taken that way, it's 3 power bombs for 2 items, or you can use 3 different spots, basically, 1 power bomb apiece. Kind of depends on what you're feeling on the day.
Yeah, it's speed booster. Looks like it's Woody's own speed booster. So
yeah, Woody that's a nice find for him. He'll be able to go fast.
Yeah, and we are going to get things flipped around in shortly. It is being worked on. So hopefully we'll tell when that happens.
Charge beam at old mother brain.
Oh, that's a nice find early. That means less ammo searching. Although in full, it's not nearly as big a deal because you're checking everything. You're most likely to be able to find all the ammo you can possibly need before the end of the game, because you're just checking everything anyway. It's one of the reasons why I like Major Minor, is because that charge beam matters a lot more, because you have to make a decision whether to go for ammo or to go for that charge beam, and in full you don't have to make that decision.
Yeah, that's very true. Charge does provide some nice soft block safety in a few spots. It's nice to have. It's certainly nice to have, even if you're going to get enough ammo from Other Brain, knowing that you know you don't have to worry about counting your supers and making sure you can get through the Zebatites. It's always nice to have.
Looks like MM2 can be the first to get to bomb Chorizo. And we have super missiles. All right.
We still don't have any super missiles for our bottom players.
Nope,
That is
not at
something
all.
you wanna find because they're gonna be locked out of a lot of checks as they get to Big Pink and Edecoons and areas without super missiles. So hopefully they find them soon.
Yeah, looks like MM2 is going to go at least refill the ship, possibly going to do the gauntlet check. With 10 power bombs, this makes sense. There's 3 items. Oh, actually, he's even going to... barely makes it up, is going to do criteria power bombs. A very easily forgotten location.
Yeah, and obviously having speed makes that pretty easy to get up to. It's not a check you see early very often, but oh, get out of...
Okay, he's fine. And as Farflu, if he had... this is where he probably wishes he had saved, because given that's Farflu's grapple beam, he could just reset to the ship. But he didn't save, so that would be very bad if... And he's gonna go... Yeah, we're gonna see some gauntlet checks over here. Woody looks like he's also gonna...
I feel like he should be... Oh, he's gonna open the door and spark through, it looks like. I don't know if he has the energy to make it through on a spark. Maybe with reserve
No.
skills.
Yeah, I think it's 200 plus though. But he is checking the criteria power bombs. He just decided to spark from higher up. Sarah not doing gauntlet.
Yeah.
Little unfortunate she doesn't have any power bombs right now, so she can't even do these. Oh no, never mind. That 8 was a 0. Or that 0 that the thing I saw as a 0 was an 8. So those of you that don't know, this what we watch off of does do that to us.
And our bottom players did get some supers, so they've got all of the ammo covered, so they can open up pretty much everything.
Yeah, in a total seed, it's going to be very rare that you're going to have the situation where you have those late power bombs in someplace like Norfair. It can happen. Unfortunately, Farflu, who had initially gotten the Hundo strat where you just jump to the right location and then went a little bit too far over to one side. Fortunately, all he missed was the super, but sadly, it was the super that he missed, not the regular missile pack.
And good news for Sarah and the Blowfish that there wasn't really anything up in Gauntlet. It was just kind of some basic items, so they're not going to be missing out on anything by having Sarah skip Gauntlet.
Yeah, and Sarah being a newer runner, I don't blame her for not wanting to do those checks. I mean, that Gauntlet is scary with no suits and just power bombs to get through. It's worse with regular bombs. There's up to 3 E-tanks now, but I don't think she's going to go back at any point. You see Woody taking it safer. He's going to get those double supers, which is nice to have.
Yeah, both he and MM2 got both supers at the back of Gauntlet, so that's always nice ammo. Like even with Charge Beam, you're going to probably be using supers on Ridley, possibly on Mother Brain, unless you find some beams as well.
Yeah, Ridley in particular, it's only going to be, unless you have full beam combo, it's usually faster to just use supers.
We've been really short of actual like movement and progression items so far. We've got one
just
speed booster on each side, and that's it. Yeah.
It does mean that MM2 and Woody will be able to check Waterway, which is always a nice thing.
Yeah, it's always nice to get speed before you get to Big Pink.
We see a Spazer there on player 2's side.
Yep, that probably means we'll be seeing Plasma any minute now for that.
Oh, of course. That's how that works. Sarah's going to be a little careful down here. This is a dangerous area. She gets through. She took a lot of damage, though.
Say hi to the Edecoons. Say bye to the Edecoons. Say hi again. Bye again. And just an E-tank up there.
Yeah, a shame it's not for player 2, because Sarah could have used a little bit of that health, but
Yeah.
soon enough, I'm sure we'll see one for her.
I'm most interested to see if one of our top players falls in to see the decor, because sometimes you're not paying attention. You get speed booster early, you run right through, and then forget that those are speed blocks, and you fall down.
Yeah, there's a nice item there down for player 1, some high jump boots. So all the good items going to player 1, it seems.
Yeah, and that's I think that's a little bit unfortunate for at least for SarahandtheBlowfish. What they really want is to make sure that Sarah Herman is getting the movement and comfort items that she needs.
Yeah.
So Woody getting them is going to help him go fast and check a lot of things, but they're going to want to find a lot of those comfy items for Sarah to make her run smooth.
Alright, we get to see our backdoor Spore Spawn play from Farfaloo. M2 broke one of the blocks. Didn't fall through.
Our runners are already at 40 supers and 30 supers each, so they're sitting good on ammo at least.
Woody with a nice speedball there. Really just for swag, but it's a fun one to do.
It's never a bad time to do a speedball.
No, I agree. Oh, there's those other high jump boots. So now Sarah and Farfaloo will get to jump high too.
Yeah, and that'll also make this gate glitch a little bit easier.
Yep.
For both of them. Sarah's turning them off.
Yeah, maybe she learned it without and just wants to stick with that strat.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a method of doing something that you feel comfortable with, then by all means. I know. I think everybody saw Kip get high jump boots and turn them off immediately so that he could do his comfy low percent ice wreck ship.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more efficient to turn off an item and run with the way you feel comfortable than to keep it turned on.
Absolutely. And that way she only needs to learn one strat, doesn't have to worry about both cases, the with and without high jump boost. But I hope she remembers to turn them back on. Woody gonna be the first to show us Waterway. I always like this room. The length of the bridge, for anyone that doesn't know how to short charge, that is the place to learn it, because that length of that bridge up there is exactly the length you need to charge a spark. It's really tight, but doable. So if you're working on short charging, it's a really good place to do it, because you'll know whether you got it or not. I was talking about that, I didn't see what the item was. See it on MM2 side, but
it was a reserve, I believe.
Oof.
Or missiles for bottom player, but I think top player had a reserve.
Now, interesting, we got Farfaloo going up.
I think it makes sense, actually. I really like this play. Like, there's 3 items right here.
Yes.
I don't see him going to wreck ship.
Yeah, he may not.
He's got no good way around across the boat. Well, he's got grapple.
He has
actually.
a way. Oh no, he's got grapple.
He's got grapple.
Yeah, so I could see him. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that grapple as well. Because I was thinking CWJ, and well, he's more than capable of doing it. It's definitely not the thing you ever really want to do.
Who uses grapple to get across moat these days, though? Like, it's just you just don't expect it.
I know, right? But if I don't have any other way, and my other choice is CWJ. Yeah, I'm using grapple.
That was a nice 2-block clip by MM2 to get up out of charge beam there.
Oh, and bombs. Looks like our top. Yeah, didn't even catch that when Farfaloo went through. We got bombs for our player 1 in the Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if MM2 went down here with speed.
Yeah, I agree.
Well. He can full clear wreck ship if he wants. Got an easy way across mode.
Okay, he's going for a flash a spike suit so that he can do X-ray right now. Let's see, what's his tank? This is actually in logic with bombs and some tanks. Okay, maybe he's not. Okay, either he gave up. I thought he got it, but I guess he's just given up on it. And Woody's gonna have to be careful. I don't know what he's got in his reserves. Hopefully he's got something. The enemies don't hit.
Right,
Oh,
he's fine,
bailed
he's
out
fine.
by his own
He knew.
E-tech.
He knew. He had a feeling. Farflu is indeed heading over to Red Ship, going across the moat. It's like he's going to check the ocean item first.
Ooh, that's a gravity suit for him.
Gravity suit in the ocean. That's a nice find. That'll make, well, you had pretty easy access to the Red Ship E-Tank anyway, but that'll make Fantoon a lot safer, reducing the damage there.
Yeah, it's his own, and Sarah, having gone down, is not going to be getting that gravity suit for a while. But interesting to see what she does after she gets through with the crate area. Has enough E-tanks to Hell Run. The Hell Runs will be 5 E-tanks to get to Bubble Mountain. I believe it's just 2 to get to the Ice Beam items. And so she's got plenty to do that with. But I don't know how comfortable she is with it. She might choose to go down. Oh, wow, both gravity suits.
Back-to-back gravity suits and ocean and spooky missiles.
Yeah, if I wasn't already headed towards Wreck Ship, if I were MM2, I would definitely be now, because that gravity suit just makes it so much easier, makes your movement better, makes the Fantoon fight pretty trivial for a top player like him.
We do have our first 2 bosses coming up here. Got Fantoon on the bottom left. We're gonna have Crate on the bottom right.
Artful already in that fight, in the Fantoon fight. Sarah about to start the Crate fight.
Take those supers, Crate. I was waiting for Varia to be at the ocean for player 1.
I know, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Fortunately, just an E-Tank.
It's like, Woody, is he going up too? Yeah, he's going up.
Yeah, he's going up too. That's a... you know, not going to be... I like the play, especially with speed. It's going to be unfortunate that he's not going to find 2 gravity suits, but, you know, you can't really expect that every time you go to Wreck Ship.
He could find 2 Varia suits, you never know. That'd be pretty crazy if that were the case, though.
Oh, we got a golden shower on the upper left.
I don't know if that was on purpose, but
I'm going to assume it was on purpose.
I don't know about you, but every once in a while, if I have charge in one beam, those special beam attacks come out at weird times. Not not on purpose, but knowing MM2 would not surprise me.
Right, Fantoon down for Farfaloo. And MM2 just heading in. They high five, teammate high five there. Woody remembering to check spooky missiles before going to Fantoon.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous room if you wait till after. It's kind of a spiky room of death part 2. If you do it after Fantoon is killed and the ship is alive and moving.
We'll see how much hell running Sarah Herman wants to do here. I would presume she'll at least go check high jump.
High jump is free, of course, and it's 3 items. She could then save to do, if she wants to do the ice beam checks. Doesn't have to hard commit to that. If anything bad happens, she'll be fine. To do anything more, she's gonna want to farm up quite a bit, though. 3 is for the top runners. Yeah, for the absolute top RBO runners. 3 is pretty common, although it's usually 2+1 reserve. But it's pretty tight for the rest of us. The rest of us would rather have like 4. And in her case, I'd rather have as many as I can get.
I'd rather have 14.
Yeah, so true. Or Speed Booster just goes straight to Bubble Mountain, but the Cathedral item's still a thing. So.
Doesn't look like there's anything at high jump boots. I think it was just ammo, some supers and some missiles. So we'll see what she decides to do. Woody's sitting at 65 supers already, along with MM2. Farflu
lot
with
of
50.
supers early.
That is a lot of supers.
And X-ray for MM2, and Farflu is just going to go ahead and reset that.
I assume Farflu saved that wreck ship, so
I sure hope so.
not gonna. Yeah, otherwise that'd be a really weird play.
Yep.
So yeah, so they get to keep that item, and he has to not have to go through Spiky Room of Death again, which is always
Yeah,
nice.
that's one of the nice things in the multi setup is that you're if the item's for your teammate and you reset, your teammate gets to still keep it. If it's your own item, then you have to actually walk out of those places to keep the item.
And it does look like Sarah Herman is going to be going up. I presume up to wreck ship.
Yeah, she doesn't know it, but she's gonna really like that decision.
Yeah, it's a good play. Gravity suit turns out pretty good.
MM2 showing us some Spiky Room of Death action. Reminder to everybody that Spiky Room of Death without Variosuit, because all its environmental damage those spikes are, still really dangerous. You can move better with gravity, which certainly helps a lot, but if you take a hit...
Yeah, those platforms will do 200 damage. Now, the spikes that he deboosted off, I believe, will only do 60. But the platforms themselves will be doing 200, or... Yeah, I think they do full damage. I think they do 200 damage with gravity. Yeah,
and Farflu finding Space Jump in the room I like to call it the most annoying room of the game, the robot worker room. It's good that it's his own, because it's going to make this next check he's going to do much easier than it otherwise would have been. MM2 with the speed booster, and also Woody will have a much easier time checking this item. And a plasma for his teammate. Always nice to find. Actually, that gives MM2 the full microwave combination. You know, we'll see probably implemented when MM2 goes over to Meridia. The plasma plus charge plus X-ray.
It is unfortunate that Kraid and Business Center, well, I guess High Jump, didn't really provide any good utility for Sarah and H and the Blowfish. So they're finding themselves a little bit behind here because they went and did that and didn't really get any benefit and had to run all the way back up. But Sarah Herman is coming up back to Moat. They'll find their gravity, and they'll have a lot of options open to them.
And if hell runs are required for Sarah, by the time she gets back to them, she'll probably have enough E-tanks that they'll probably be pretty comfy.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a Varia suit. MM2's Sky Missile is a Varia suit for his partner Farflu. So three wreck ship suits so far.
Yeah,
two in player 2s, 2 gravities in player 2, and 8 Varia in player 1.
Yeah, and that's going to be really good for Sarah Herman. I think oh my god, there's all 4 suits are in wreck ship.
Oh my. I guess technically that first gravity suit was on the way, but still. Yeah, that's not a...
What I was in the middle of saying when I got taken aback by the gravity at Wreck Ship Reserve is that Woody should be getting Sarah her Varia before she gets to Fantoon, which will be a nice safety for her.
And she'll have her own gravity before she gets there, so she'll have the good safety from Fantoon with gravity suit, the good safety in the spike rooms with the Varia suit, so it will be really good for her.
Now, unfortunately, Farflu can't get the Varia that they know is there, but at least it's such vital information for them to know that that's where Varia is. They can make the choice later if they decide they want to do a Varia-less Lower Norfair rather than run all the way back up. They don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to find it somewhere else. If that's all they're missing, they can just decide to go and not come back for it. And And unfortunately, this is just going to be a missile for MM2. Woody just checked it. Decided to check it before going there.
So it's, let me make sure I have this straight. It's player 1's Varia's at players 2 reserve.
Correct.
Okay, so the nice thing about that is, I mean, probably what happens, and this is going to be a little more difficult on Sarah and the Blowfish's side. Farflu and MM2, they're going to have a situation where they can get Farflu ahead enough, because he's got all the suits, can just do everything. Once he gets that speed booster, he can just go back and pick up the Varia suit and maybe be ahead, maybe even grab it while MM2 does his last, you know, because you're not gonna prioritize Lower Norfair without a Varia suit.
Yeah,
you're gonna do all the other stuff first, try and get the speed booster.
They'll definitely do you know, Dragon and Bubble Mountain and stuff first, but MM2, like his loadout, he's got gravity, speed, space jump, high jump boots, screw attack.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna go do Variolus Lower Norfair, that's about the best loadout you could help.
But he can do, you know, a bunch of Meridia, and get even more good stuff to make it even better. And then when it doesn't necessarily have to do all of Meridia, like maybe you skip Shactul and Plasma because those suck. Those checks are pretty annoying. But then once he's done all that, he can just head over to LN, and if Farflu is a little bit ahead, maybe he picks up that Varia suit at just the right time. Okay, Sarah needs to do a mid-air morph here to get into this item, and she needs to get into this item. Okay, there we go. She'll be very happy that she kept going.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier to get out than it was to get in.
It sure is. And on Sarah and the Blowfish side, it is going to be good, you know, better that Woody possibly has to do a Varios LN if Speed Booster is in a really bad spot than the other way around, I'd say. So, working out all around for them.
Yeah, it's definitely a relief. I'm sure. No, Sarah, go back. Okay, you were right the first time. There you go.
There you go.
It's definitely going to be a relief. I know. I'm sure pretty much everybody feels relief when you get both suits. You're like, okay, good. We don't have to do shenanigans. There's no. I guess the only shenanigan left would be if you want a Crystal Flash clip to bot wound. That would be shenanigans. But everything else, you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, and I do want. Well, Farflu is gonna have a lot of checks he can do before he has to make that kind of decision. MM2 Woody with speed. They're not gonna have to worry about because they got speed booster and gravity suit already.
Yeah.
Sarah also has a lot of stuff he can do. She can do. I mean,
our top players are. I mean, if they were willing to do suitless Lower Norfair or Variolus Lower Norfair, they are in go mode. They're not stopped by anything.
Right. And our bottom players have enough ammo that the only thing they need is speed or ice. I suspect Farflu would do a. Actually, without bombs, I'm not. I'd be surprised if he doesn't know the bomb setup for a Crystal Flash Club, but I don't know if he knows how to do it without bombs. I know it's much more difficult. I don't do that strat myself. Another reason why I don't like full. But Farflu, I suspect, can do it with bombs. Again, probably gonna do all the other things he can do first before that even becomes an issue.
Yeah, it wouldn't be terrible, especially with 40 power bombs, if you had a reasonable refill on ammo. Having that many tries at it before. And if that's really what's gating your progress, if that's all that you're left, and you know, if you're just waiting for MM2 to go find it somewhere, you may as well go try while you wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Got another great stand-up here. And Fantoon down for Sarah. Nice job. Got it. Woody there, lagging behind with only one boss killed. I don't know what's taking him so. Everybody else has two.
Come on, Woody.
Right. So right now we're really just seeing everybody get some items that we know. It'll be interesting when they. It'll be interesting to see if MM2 heads over to Bubble Mountain. You know, with Speed Booster, it's such a dense area, and he's got so much health. I'd be surprised if he doesn't head to Bubble Mountain at this point to pick up all those items, even without Varia.
I mean, he's got Meridia available, so and good movement items through Meridia, so I could see just doing that instead. Hell runs will not be hard to do in the upper Norfair area. And he does have enough, if he really want to just commit to a LN without Varia, he should be fine. Yeah, he would want to refill first, though. At least for the regular. The missiles are the things that I would be the most worried about, because there's no good spots in LN to get missiles, farming-wise.
Yeah, I guess really the question would be, is there anything for Farfalu that they want to look for, right? Nobody has any Ice Beam yet, and it does look like MM2 decided to go up to Meridia instead.
Yeah, I think this is fine. I think if I were MM2, I'd probably just do everything but Shack Tool and Plasma. Because those are just slow.
A whole lot of nothing so far in Meridia, though. Just ammo.
Yeah. That's the other thing about Vol, is you do get a whole lot. Oh, there's an Ice Beam. It's his Ice Beam, of course.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sure they would much rather that be Farfalu's.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, Ice Beam is nice no matter who you are. It's gonna make...
Farfalu? Gonna go straight down to LN. I like this.
Yeah, Space Jump, Gravity Varia, a
Lots
billion
of ammo.
supers.
With Space Jump, he might just go the intended way to GT, just in case the Space Jump locked item is something important. With this many supers, you wouldn't even have to farm that much in order to do the Ridley fight later. I mean, he has Charge Beam. He could do it with Charge Beam, but that's a long fight, both in terms of the Ridley fight or the GT fight. Now, the GT fight, you could do it safely, and the Ridley fight, yeah, 300 shots, definitely not something anyone wants to do. Woody, in the meantime, is going to do some hell running. I don't even think MM2 went down to, like, high jump boots.
Yeah, MM2 didn't go down to Norfair at all. It killed Kraid and then went out and straight to Meridia. So I guess it makes sense if you want to find that speed booster. What they're really looking for, they know where Varia is. What they're really looking for is Farfalu's speed booster, which would also give them, you know, access to the rest of Meridia. So I guess it makes sense to try to find that.
Okay, we lost Woody for a second. I thought maybe he reset before checking this item, but nope. And just being missiles, he doesn't have to worry about that item. I don't think he took a save, so he's not going to be able to... Because if he had, there was nothing here. He'd just reset. And yeah, we do see Farflu in the GT fight. Make quick work with those supers. We'll have to farm up a little bit. Looks like there was nothing here, though. I don't think... It looks like M2 not even going to check the sand pits. Maybe he checks them on the way out. I'll see what's at high jump boots for Woody. Just more supers.
And we got some microwave snack here. And we're already in glitched supers for MM2 as well.
Yep.
Just missiles behind bot room. Where is that speed booster hiding? And looks like Woody's gonna head over to Book Mountain here. I think that's a good play. There's a lot you can check here, and he can find items for Sarah and reset and not have to refill health very much.
Yeah, and of course, I don't think Yeah, I don't know that they've gotten the bad news about where that Varia suit is yet.
I'm not sure if Woody's going down to Croc or just going to refill here. He's
Looks like
opening the
Croc.
refill door just to bait me, and then heading...
Yeah, I would have liked to seen him take that refill, but I mean, he should be fine. He's got a charge beam and, you know, charge phase. It's not the quick fight that charge plasma would be, but... Now we have MM2 in the Dragon fight. We have Farfel making his way through LN.
And he's gonna get plasma. Get it!
Oh. That item can be very difficult to pick. It's just an annoying item.
It's such a troll.
Oh, and Sarah gets super attack from Croc. From Woody's Croc. There you go. That's something I would not surprise me if we don't see that on WillCutGrassForRupees side. We're down, you know, and we get a go from a 300 shot fight to a 120 shot fight if Farfelu were to be crazy and use charge shots instead of using ammo for Ridley. That wave beam over at Dragon. Oh, Sarah. Yeah, spaceship not being kind.
The bummer is that Sarah doesn't know who that's for. It could be her plasma, it could be his plasma, right? And so,
Yeah.
You know, they might decide, you know, this isn't worth it if it's Moody's. He's probably comfortable without it. But I think it's pretty useful.
Yeah, I think it is Woody's because we saw this over on the other team side, but they don't know that.
Right.
On the other hand, if she stalls enough, maybe Woody finds that speed booster, they can get the very
That would actually
that would be pretty
brilliant.
funny.
That would actually, like, yeah, speed booster at grapple, and then he gets his Varia first. That would be pretty cool. Nice opening X Factor there against Ridley. Going for the double. I don't think the second one fully connected, but still a nice start. Gonna throw some supers.
Yeah, it didn't quite have the full 30 supers that you'd like to have, but has plenty of missiles to go with it, and plus the X Factor will mitigate that. Won't have to do... should be fine with just the supers that are left. Yeah, and he is. Farfelu does do a little bit of RBO, actually maybe a lot of RBO. Yeah, so they're going to be used to, you know, tougher Ridley fights.
Oh, I hate getting this item.
I do too. I feel your pain, Sarah. I know I've had plenty of issues trying to get this item. Sadly, what you can't do is shoot it like that and then come back for it. You have to get it, shoot it, and get it all in the same trip.
I blame space jump, frankly. Hey, there is the ice beam for player 2. That's
really interesting.
That's the Meridia access that they need.
Yep.
So we'll see if they end up doing that. If the left side team ends up checking Croc, or if they find a different way in there.
Yeah.
Player 2's speed could be behind Bawoon, which means that ice is the only intended way to get through. Which is locking player 1's Varia.
Meantime, MM2 picking up those 2 supers, figuring he reset them in case, you know, give them to Farfelu if they're his, and then just reset them if they're not. Or reset them either way. I don't think he needs more supers at this point. We're gonna see the right sand pit as well. We'll see. This will tell us a lot. Will MM2 check Shactal? Will he check Plasma? It's like Sarah gave up on that plasma beam. Probably gonna be fine. It's not hers, and definitely Woody can go without.
Yeah, especially because they both have screw attack at this point, right? So
Yep.
anything in Lower Norfair just dies. A horrible, horrible, painful death.
Yeah, Screw Attack just makes Lower Norfair so much more comfy. Okay, MM2 just booking it out of Meridian, not gonna do Chakra Plasma. If that's where the speed booster is, they're just not getting it.
He does have 4 crystal, or almost 4 crystal flashes, and a lot of E-tanks. I wouldn't be surprised if he had just head straight down to Lower Norfair for Ridley, and they do need to find some way for Farfalu to get through Baboon, so we'll see what he checks.
I could see him full clearing Norfair first, upper first, and then lower. Because again, everything he picks up for himself just will make it that much cozier. At this point, he's got over 100 supers, or at least 100 supers, 40 power bombs. Some it looks like 45 missiles. I mean, that's a pretty good amount of ammo for whatever crystal flashes you need.
Yeah, I wonder if it's... So knowing that your Varia is locked behind somebody's speed, checking all of the things that you can that are in logic,
Yep.
that aren't behind Varia,
Yep.
makes sense, because there's a good chance that you find their speed in there, and you may not need it for them to get Varia. You may be totally comfortable with doing Suitless Lower Norfair, but they need that to get to Botwoon.
Yep.
So I could see the logic with going to check all the things anyway, just to try to make sure.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like that speed booster is going to either be in player 2's Meridia. I don't know if Woody's done the... I mean, there's still a couple of Bubble Mountain checks here, so it still could be there. Or could be that Shaq Plasma that, we just may never see.
Yeah. Well, it could also be in player 1's Lower Norfair, right?
No.
Or no,
Player
sorry.
2 speed, yeah, can't be there, because that would require...
It's locking their Varia. So.
I guess we haven't seen all of the Upper Norfair stuff from player 2 side, so it could be there too.
Yeah, and MM2 realizing that X-Ray doesn't work in Multiworld, from what I've noticed. Can't tell what anything is.
Yeah, it does weird things, yes.
Like the one decent use of X-Ray, and you can't even use it in Multiworld. Well, El Dante, this is a 2v2 Multiworld, so this is a randomizer, but items are spread across both games, so you can find your partner's items in your game. They're all shuffled easily, and gotta find everything for both players so that you can finish the game. The first team to both kill Mother Brain, or not both kill Mother Brain, both escape after killing Mother Brain wins. So that's the goal of the game.
Okay, we might see... Yeah, we're seeing Upper Norfair, Bubble Mountain from Farfalu. We'll see if he goes and does Croc, or if he goes straight to Meridia.
And I don't think Woody found anything of note there. So
no, I don't think he did.
It feels like it could be either. Oh,
that's a spring ball. I mean, it's a nice item.
Or is it? It is. That is nice, but not what they wanted. That I think basically means that speed has to be in player 2's Meridia, right?
Or, well, we got Shaq Plasma for player 1. If it's in player 1, that's the only places left. More likely, yeah, I would say either player 2's Meridia, or possibly Croc. And I think we're going to get the Croc check from Farfalu right now. I mean, if it's here, like, this makes a lot of sense. You don't want to have to come back here. If it's here, then you can whip through Meridia, and you have plenty of time to get that Varia suit, because you'll have a nice little lead. If it's not here, how much you check in Meridia might just depend on just how well your partners Well, no, I mean, you still he still needs that speed. He's gonna get his ice beam though. So,
Yeah, he'll get his ice beam when MM2 checks his croc,
right. That's right. That's right.
and then
Which I would expect to see MM2 doing after he's done with these Bubble Mountain locations.
yeah. Although if Farflu finds their speed, I could see MM2 skipping it and just heading straight.
Yeah, I could too. Oh yeah, I could see it too.
I think Farflu feels, or MM2 feels like they're in go mode. They're not worried about getting Isvaria. They're looking for a way for Farflu to get through.
Yep.
Babu at this
Yep.
point.
And yeah, I mean, whether or not Farfel goes back for the very suit will mostly depend on it where MM2 is at that point. If Farfel's enough ahead, then there's no reason for him to just not go get it. And on the other hand, if MM2 is out of LN, he might just say we just don't need it.
Woody, I think, unfortunately, was gonna refill some health. Unfortunately, didn't quite get the energy needed, and instead drained his whole reserve. I feel like Woody might be heading to Lower Norfair. Would that be?
Yeah, maybe.
Crazy?
I don't like it as much for him. One, he doesn't have the plasma beam. Two, he doesn't have nearly the E-tanks that MM2 has.
He does have 4 reserves.
But they're empty.
They're empty now, but if he Crystal Flashes...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This is why the play to do Meridia just, is so nice, because, for MM2, he's got all those extra E-tanks, a lot of extra ammo that he didn't have. Like, this is going to be a very comfy LN for MM2 as these things go when you don't have Barrier Suit. Sarah gonna go straight to LN as well. But I think there's a plasma beam. Farflu gets his own plasma beam there, so he'll probably, there's a good chance he ends up with full beam combo.
But MM2 is going down.
He is also going to go to L. I'm a little surprised by this again, just because of the need for that speed booster.
Yeah, there's no way it can be down here. Like, speed booster could not be down here. Ice beam could be, but it's not, so they won't find it. So Farfalu is just going to be stuck, I guess, trying to Crystal Flash clip to get through.
I guess so. Or, I mean, that speed booster is a really good chance that it's just in his Meridia. And I hope that both MM2 and Woody are well aware that no reason to do anything but just rush through this. There's none of the things that you're looking for can really... I guess, to MM2 and Farflu's mind, that Ice Beam could be there, but... I still think you just rush through it.
Yeah, I mean,
take your chances.
Woody is tearing through this 6-tank Novaria Lower Norfair.
Yeah, and Woody knows that it can't be... it's not the Ice Beam, because they've already gotten the Ice Beam that they need for Sarah to go through.
Yeah.
But no, MM2's gonna do these extra checks, looking for that Ice Beam. Alright, it takes a long time to train those reserves.
Four reserves is so much.
It's kind of obnoxious, really. Yeah, I think Farflu's... I don't know if he checked... He must have checked Cathedral, because he would have not had Speed Booster to go the shortcut. M2 just going to reset those items.
Yeah, and Woody getting that refill from the Crystal Flash.
Okay, Farflu now has Meridia to check. Yeah, I see Nevdi in chat saying not liking this because M2's doing all the checks. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like if you're gonna do LN, just do LN and get out. Again, we know that the ice beam's not there. And everybody knows that speed booster can't be there. So, but in the end, it is assuming that speed booster is somewhere in Farfalu's Meridia, which is a good chance it is. Should work out pretty well for their team.
I don't hate the screw attack check for checking items because it does give you this energy refill.
Yeah.
It's a nice reset. I can't imagine he's gonna go worry about GT. Sarah having a nice Ridley fight over there. Billion supers. Turns out Ridley weak to billion supers.
Unfortunately, you have to hit with 30 of them. Yeah, and M2 even gonna do the mouse missiles over here.
I think Farflu was hoping that was an E-tank for MM2. It would have been a nice refill, but instead...
It said MM2 gets an E-tank.
Finds one himself, so that's nice. That's a nice refill. And Woody's going in and out here to make sure he can get enough power bombs for 2 crystal flashes. So he reset the room so that all the orbs come back. He's going to get at least 5 more power bombs, maybe, if you can pick these up before they disappear. And Sarah's out. Goodbye, Lord Orfair.
Yeah, she's done.
And we may find out where Speed is anytime now.
Oh. We're starting to run out of places. Farflu has these 2 checks. Has the snail clip in the aqueduct room, which could be her speed boost. Their other speed boosters, hers and Farflu's. Just Sarah's and Farflu's speed boosters. And we're down to 2 sand pits, a shack tool, and the aqueduct items, plus the player 1 shack plasma.
Right, and we got Ridley down.
Okay, Woody, turn your reserves back on, please. I mean, I know they're not full. I mean, I know they're not currently full, but you want to make sure that those are on.
And looks like Farflu's going to snail clip up here. Obviously, their speed can't be up there. Oh, you can snail clip.
No,
up
it
there.
can.
I've never seen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and this is in logic.
Yeah, but it's not in logic to get your speed booster up there, is it?
It sure is.
Really?
Yep. This is again based on the SMZ3 hard mode. Yeah, it's it absolutely can be there. It's not. So that's
it is not.
Case.
They've got some sand pits to check and shack tool.
That's it. And then again, the shack plasma on MM2 side.
Oh, and we've lost. Oh, he's back. All right, he just paused.
Yeah, I think there's just something going on with this stream that's just not quite working. And yeah, Farflu's gonna see if that energy tank is for MM2, and it is, and then gonna reset.
No!
Nice.
Oh. He waited too long to crystal flash.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you don't really want to go much lower than 60 before you fire off that power bomb.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bug there got in the way.
Yeah, it can happen too. Yeah, pretty crucial to make sure that you crystal flash in a spot that you know you're not going to take an extra hit, because that just throws up all the calculations. It's crazy, you know, with as many E-tanks as MM2 has. Look at this, he's still got 7+. Okay, now he's, you
Oh, and now an extra E-Tank for Woody is going to be at perfect timing, right when he was going to Crystal Flash, so that's nice. And some more power bombs for Woody. That's also very nice.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the contrast between our two upper runners doing the Varios lower Norfair and just M2 with all the E-Tanks you could ever want, a bazillion supers, missiles, power bombs. Just the loadouts are so different. And we are going to get a Shack Tool check from Farfalu. I did not say it was in the right sandpit, but clearly it was not his speed booster.
It was nothing worth talking about. So he's running out of options here. The nice thing is, I don't know if there's any other places. Yeah, he checked Gauntlet. I think he's out of checks as soon as he checks Shack Tool.
I believe that's
just gonna
correct.
Like go wait outside of just go wait outside of Botwood until he can get through. And
I mean, he might. I imagine he'll try to do the clip.
He's got nothing else to do. Why not?
Exactly.
I would guess that MM2 will be checking Croc as soon as they come out of Lower Norfair.
Yeah, so and that will do it for them.
It won't be too long.
Or it could just be right here. We're at a 1 and 3 at this point. No, so it is either Shack or Plasma on player 1 side, because I do believe that's all that's left. Actually, technically, no. It could be behind Botwoon, because that Ice Beam could be the intended way.
Yeah. So it could be player 2's Plasma, player 2's Botwoon, player 2's Precious Missiles, or player 2's Space Jump.
Yep. Which is pretty nasty when you think about it, because oh wait, Farfalu is leaving? Huh. I don't understand this.
He might have some checks to make that I'm not remembering.
Yeah,
he's got to save at Aqueduct, so he can just reset.
Yeah.
And be back there in a moment. So, I'm not sure what they missed going through, but he clearly thinks there is an item that they didn't check.
Yeah, I thought they both did Gauntlet at the beginning, so it isn't that.
Or maybe he's going to refill so that he can try to Crystal Flash clip him.
Yeah, that could be. Or, you know what? Let's see. Yeah, they wouldn't have done Criteria Power Bombs. We saw that on the top runner side, because they had that early speed booster. But on the bottom runner side, there was no way to get up there. You need Space Jump speed or bombs to get up there. And Space Jump was much, much later.
But more concerning, MM2's checking this place. You'll see that's just
he's not picking that
spring
up.
Ball. Okay. I was worried.
MM2 knows that's his. He doesn't want any part of it. MM2 rather infamous for his hatred of Spring Ball. Yeah. Even though I have actually commentated a race where it was helped him win it. So
Woody running very far away from anything that can touch him while he Crystal Flashes.
They're doing a nice job with that ice clip. Yeah, so it was just the power bombs there. So now Farfalu just gonna go hang out in front of Botwoon and either get that ice beam, and we may never find out where that speed booster is. Woody's leaving LN.
Yeah, they're in go mode, right? Like
they're calling it go mode, but he's gonna want to farm some power bombs over here at Firefleas. I
think he'll be okay. He's got 400 in reserves. He can get out of 600. Oh, and it looks like Farfalu is damaging down to try to do the Crystal Flash clip. It's going to be unfortunate, because right about the time when he starts trying it, he's going to get Ice Beam.
I know, right? But yeah, it makes sense for him to do this, because to their mind, that Speed or Ice could still be at MM2's, and Speed could still be at MM2's Shack Plasma, so MM2's not getting at this point, not going to get to those items, and
He's doing it
Even
without
if
gravity.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually a little easier to do it without gravity if you don't have bombs. As someone that does not do the strat, I will not vouch for that myself, personally.
I can barely do it with bombs and gravity, so I'm gonna watch and learn.
Yeah. I've definitely seen Aussie pull this off, but, I mean, that's Aussie.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get to watch it too much longer.
No, it's the last item, though. It's good. He gets 5 more tries at it if MM2 were to decide just leave.
And it's not player 2 Precious Missile.
We're on to Dragon. We're down to
Hey,
Plasma on either side. Okay.
Farflu run out now. Turn on your gravity.
Well, you know,
Farflu.
oh, he's just gonna reset.
Oh, that's even. He's smarter than I am.
Yeah, I honestly, I might have just done a regular Crystal Flash for the health and you're already damage down.
Yeah, this is actually going to end up pretty close. It may end up with Woody being kind of the deciding runner against Farflu here.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I mean, Sarah's got a decent lead, and reminder to those of you watching, the finish times go by whoever finishes last. So if the player that finishes first, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, unfortunately, they never picked up Woody's Ice Beam, so he's gonna have to power bomb all the Metroids, which is gonna be a little bit slower, and he's gonna have to do Speed Zeb Skip, which I know Woody knows and can do, but that is always a.
I mean, he could choose to use ammo on the Zebs with this many. If he's got over 100 supers,
does he have enough supers though? Like, is 187 enough supers to kill all Zebs? I'm not sure.
I would say so. I mean, the minimum you want to go into the Mother Brain fight is 40-60. So then it takes 16 with supers only to shoot out all the Zebs. So he's got plenty. So he's got choices. I anticipate he's going to refill the ship regardless, and probably take a few cracks at that Speed Zeb Skip. And if he doesn't get it, I would expect that he would just go. Yeah, interestingly enough, we actually have Sarah in the lead. when you look at it, she's gonna get to Turian. No, wait, sorry. MM2 doesn't have to do Meridia. He's gonna get to Turian first, and then Sarah will be after him.
Yeah, and this ice clip, by the way, not hard. Unfortunately, Sarah morphed there. You don't want to morph. Just crouch, freeze, do a little down jump, and then jump right through.
Also, it's unnecessary to do it on the way back. You can just fall through the sand pit, and I'm not convinced it's it's not significantly slower. Nice quick kill with the grapple beam from Farflu, and he's just gonna book it right on out.
Yeah, I agree, Nevti. They cut up a lot. Like Louis, pretty bold play to go down with 60 tanks and reserves. And really crushed it. And then one small mistake after the hard part, after killing Lulu.
That was a
unfortunately
shame.
did lose them quite a bit of time. But such as randomizer, you got it's tough, and you make those hard choices, and sometimes they pay off, and sometimes they things don't go as well as you'd hoped. Yeah, Farflu's Turian is going to be really fast, and he's not going to have to refill at the ship at all.
No, he has no reason to.
Sarah's going to have to refill, so she'll lose some time there. Woody will likely want to refill just so he has enough for the Zebatites in case he needs it.
No, at 11 power bombs right now. I mean, granted, he might have more by the time he gets there, but yeah, I would want to refill just for that.
I mean, I would appreciate if somebody would go look for speed, though. I want to find out where player 2 speed was.
You know, we may or may not see it in the credits.
Oh, nice.
The credits are
grapple
pretty
growth
buggy
ability.
for the item locations, and sometimes they'll tell you and sometimes it won't.
I don't know if Woody calculated how much health he needed to do that without Varia, but you actually take a lot more damage when you don't have
Oh, yeah.
Varia and you grapple kill.
You take about 200 something damage without Varia, and gravity, again, it's environmental damage because gravity does not help you with it at all in Randomizer.
And his reserves were off, so
Yes.
I'm gonna just assume Woody, being the smart player that he is, knew exactly how much health he needed and was not worried.
Again, I would really like to see him turn those reserves back on. There's an additional annoying but legit reason. MM2 also going to have to make sure they both need to remember they don't have area and not to damage themselves down to the standard 3 E-tanks. Now, if Woody has those reserves full, if he makes that mistake, he'll be fine. I don't know how many reserve tanks MM2 has.
I don't know, but they have a lot. They're only missing 2 E-tanks between the two of them.
I know.
That's a lot. I think they checked.
I
think they checked everything except both plasmas and 1 shack tool.
Yeah, that's my between the Forerunners. That's what I see as well.
Sarah Herman heading into Turian. I think that's... How many supers? Is that 85? Yeah, 85 supers for Sarah, so very comfy.
Yeah, she's got to use... Yeah, have to use power bombs here, because no bombs to get rid of the Metroids.
But plenty of health, not going to be in any danger from that.
Yeah, and frankly, you know, losing the health in that situation, I mean, unless... Like, this is a really difficult baby skip without wave beam and without speed booster, so losing more health will just make that part go faster.
Yeah, and really what this is showing is that ice, like without wave, without plasma, without things that go through the Metroids, it's very easy to freeze one Metroid and not the one behind it, and end up having one grab you.
Although I would rather see, like, once you get grabbed by one, I think you're just better off just powerbombing all of them rather than trying to powerbomb the one and ice beam the other ones. MM2 already to the catch-up phase. Does remember that he does not have that Very suit. Although I'm guessing probably was going to be stand-up glitch anyway, so normally you would turn your Very suit off for that. And Woody's the last one into Turian.
This has been an excellent race. We got all 4 runners still in Turian at the same time. What more could you ask for? Speaking of which, is that command working? Yeah, all right. Make sure you give these runners a follow. They're all fantastic follows. Catch them playing Super Metroid or other things. MM2 doing that stand-up glitch, letting him get a few extra charged ice plasma shots in on Mother Brain, phase 3. Gonna save a few of the hyper beam shots.
Yeah, Farfu also not even gonna attempt the baby skip. Damage was down to like 9.
Yeah, it can be awkward. It can be awkward with no speed. Like if you're
no
used
speed.
To
He has wave, so that helps a little bit. Yeah, but definitely there is a difference without speed and without wave. So in his case, just speed.
And a really nice stand-up glitch from them too. Getting color change without wave is pretty impressive. So, and only 1 shot. Wow.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you see that with full beam comp. We don't see that very often with a beam missing there.
I don't see it with full beam combo. I don't know what you're talking about, but very impressive.
Well, I see it from other players better than myself.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Nice freeze. Oh, Sarah's going to want to turn off screw attack here. If you don't have wave, the easiest way to freeze that Rinka in the right spot is to stand underneath it and then freeze it that way. Had the skip. Unfortunately, it looks like the Rinka unfroze just a little too soon. Generally, probably easier to at that point reset the room. It'll be the standard setup. You come into the room, it's the same every time. You can just do it the way you expect. Get that Rinka froze. Damage, short hop, hop through. There you go. Nice job. And 84 supers. I'm just gonna check my math, but that is more than 60. Last time I checked.
last I looked.
Oftentimes 84 is more than 60. Looks like Farflu setting up for stand-up glitch while MM2 just about to get to the ship. And gonna do some memeing because his time isn't gonna matter as long as he finishes ahead of Farflu.
And before the time runs out.
And before the time runs out. That's an excellent point. That would be a hilarious way to lose a race. MM2 finishing up. Where's that race room? I have that up here somewhere. There we go. Finishing up with an official SRL time of 1:10:25.
But not SRL.
Sorry, I'm calling everything. SRL is a generic term for any kind of race.
Oh, I got you.
Our racetime.gg official time.
I usually just like to say race time, and I try to imply a capital letter for it to make it sound like.
And we got 3 mother brains on the screen. MM2 ruining the quad mother brain shot. Thanks a lot, MM2. Way to be a winner. Oh, and to be clear, they're marked as winner. I'm not sure. They're not quite winners yet.
Yeah, we need to, for the need to mark both teams at the same time at the end. But, that gives me an opportunity to shout out our tracker, Jester Zeus, who is doing a great job, came in at the last minute. It's so much harder to track multi. No fanfares, and two different seeds, essentially. So, it's okay. We'll forgive him a small mistake.
Jestros, thank you so much, because doing commentary for something like this without a solid tracker would be nigh impossible. It would be even worse than my current commentary.
The trackers are the MVPs in any tournament, so huge shout outs to him.
Yeah, that is a good point, Empty. If Farflu finishes ahead of Sarah, then Woody's death ultimately didn't matter, even if Woody finishes behind Sarah.
Yeah, Farflu managed to take a little bit of a lead there when Sarah had a little trouble getting through the Zeb skip.
But if I'm Sarah and I finish ahead of Woody, I'm gonna be pretty happy about that.
Yeah. See on MM2's side first, in terms of if either of the credits tell us where Speed Booster is. There's his Speed Booster. Will we find out where the other Speed Booster is?
I don't know. What does it all decide to show here? Is it just the majors?
That's a mystery to everyone.
It's a secret to everyone.
That too.
Maybe we'll find out in Farflu's credits. Sarah Herman out just a few seconds ahead of Woody's head drop. She takes one shot back at Woody. So you stay away from her. Unfortunately, she won't have speed, so she'll lose some time on the escape there. And Farfalu finishing up. Nicely done. It's an official SRL, an official racetime.gg time of 1:13:43. GG Farfalu, nicely done.
Man, Woody's gonna pass Sarah. See, to keep the relationship good, Woody should just stop right now. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, he fell. He fell. Go, Sam. If Woody bonks the Behemoth Spark, and we are joined by MM2 NES cartridge. GG MM2, nicely done.
GG's, thank you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wait on Woody and Sarah. They're about to both finish.
Looks like they're very close too.
Yep.
It was a very close race. Nobody picked up player 1 Varia.
Nice. Yeah. Looks like nobody found player 2 speed to get player 1 Varia.
Yeah,
Nope,
we're basically down to Shaq Plasma and your seed, or Plasma, I think, is the only thing left in player 2 seed.
Yep. And Woody definitely didn't finish, and Sarah beats him.
It looks like they tried to time it so they'd finish at the same time. We'll get that as soon as Sarah finishes on screen.
I'm gonna
give the
need a
times.
local recording from Woody to verify this.
And they both finished with an official race time of 1:15:32.
Nicely done, Sarah and the Blowfish. And we're also joined by Farflu. Farflu, congratulations, GG, well played.
Hi Didi, thanks.
So it was, I mean, it must have been a little bit scary on your part, not so much the Varia suit, but the finding ice or speed to get you, or even bombs for a easier Crystal Flash Club to get you, Farfalu, through Baridia.
Yeah, actually, we were a lot more scared for my balloon access than is I'll run with, I don't know how many tanks, but too many.
I ended up with
You had a lot.
I entered Ellen with like 10. I left for 13. There was
Yeah, that sounds right.
And 4 reserves and like all the crystal flashes on the planet.
Yeah,
great. Loved it.
Yeah, I think the interesting decision I think that we saw was the decision to go to that Varialist Lower Norfair prior to checking Croc, when really the gating item was bot wound access for Farfalu. What tilted the scales over to going down instead of checking Croc first?
If the item is in the place I have to go, then we go faster. That was the main thought process, and also the fact that there was like 3 options for the thing to exist.
Right, but only 2 of those options could have been in Lower Norfair.
This is true, yeah. Yeah, speed could not have been in Lower Norfair.
Yeah.
The other point was I still had all of Meridia to check, so there was still a good chance to find my Batoon access there. But finally, it turned out I checked all my game, and MM2 tried to teach me on the fly the suitless Crystal Flash clip, but yeah.
Which I haven't done in like a year.
I think we had Sarah and possibly Woody here for a second.
We had Woody for a bit, and then Woody decided that they were talking about Crystal Flash clipping and wanted no part of it.
I don't blame him there. I want no part of Crystal Flash clipping. I don't think we saw in the credits where that speed booster was, so I think, and I'm not sure about this, I think it tends to show the majors that are in your own game, so that most likely MM2, that speed booster, sitting in your Shaq Plasma, which is, I even said it on air. I'm like, yeah, I would check everything in Meridia but Shaq Tool and Plasma and go back to Norfair.
Yeah, I was not looking at my credits.
No, we did not see it listed in your credits, but actually we didn't see it listed. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but we did not see it in either credit. So
hey, we are also joined by a Woody and possibly Sarah Herman at the same mic.
She didn't get a DM from SpeedGaming to join the channel.
okay.
But I mean, that's all right. Hi. She'll if we can get her an invite, she'll join in.
Yeah. If you go up, yeah, it'd be easy. You can probably do it. You see, you should be able to just invite her. I don't have a recent DM from her, so or maybe ever.
You can
Okay.
just paste your invite to her. She can join.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay,
too.
I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd like to get everybody in here, talk about this interesting seed.
So I forwarded the link, and it says she doesn't have access to that link. So I don't know. Anyway, that was an interesting seed.
Yeah, that was an interesting seed for sure. You know, we had both teams do the Variolous Lore Norfair.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, you did it with much fewer. We still don't know where player 2 speed
we're
was.
down to 3 locations to our knowledge, so.
Although MM2 did it with about twice as many E-tanks, I think, as you went in with. So, very, very nice Variolous Lore Norfair.
Okay, so I don't want to complain. Did you guys see my game like go black and then me freak out, or was that only on my end?
Well, we saw the game go black. We didn't see you freak out.
Well, I freaked out after I like panickingly pressed pause or something like that, and it totally threw me off. And I want to blame me dying on that, but I don't know. That was really, really weird. It was like the worst time ever for something like that to happen.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that sucks. We are also joined. We did get a Sarah Herman in here.
Yay.
Sarah, GG, nicely done.
Hi, GG, everyone.
GG.
So Sarah, I don't recall you ever being in any tournaments or anything before. So this is new for you. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm shaking. I'm feeling slightly embarrassed, but I'm relieved that it's over and we weren't totally blown out, I guess.
No, it was super close. I think you did
played
really
just
well.
fine.
Thank you. Yeah, that was really nerve-wracking. I mean, so I don't know how to, okay, so after you do wreck ship and you have to get whatever's in the ceiling over there, I have no idea how to do that.
Oh, that's the worst item ever to get.
It's a terrible item to get.
I think I spent like 7 minutes I saw that it was plasma beam and I was like, oh, this is important, right? I should get this. And I spent a really long time trying to get it. And then after like, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, I just had to abandon it and like leave.
Well, good news. It was Woody's plasma.
Yeah,
so who
you
cares?
left it. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. He had 95 supers at that point, so I don't really know why I was trying so hard to get it.
Yeah. That look. I would fire up a practice ROM and just do it a few different ways, honestly, because you didn't have speed booster and space jump and speed make it easier. But oh my god, if you have to do it without either one of those items.
I feel so bad. Like Woody's sitting right behind me, and he's trying to talk me through how to do it. He's like, "You have to shoot as you're going up," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I just don't understand what you're talking about."
Yeah, I know. I've had days where that item just doesn't want to get grabbed. So yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah, it was really sad when she resolved herself to just ride the stupid elevator. And then, for whatever reason, that didn't work. It was...
Yeah, you have to make your hitbox smaller to fit in like the one tile thing. So you need to be crouching, I think, or spin jump into it, so that you get in and touch it.
It's not fun.
Yeah, oops.
But I mean, that was really fun. I think it worked. It worked really well for us. Just we got what we needed, and then, we lost by less than 2 minutes, so I'm totally happy with that. I think it was at least a good show, and it was very fun to race too. We were having fun. We were almost in the escape before. We were definitely in Torian before MM2 was done, and then we're like, holy cow, we're escaping. Are we about to win this? And
Farfalu and Sarah were pretty close in Turian. Farfalu went ahead at the Zeb type skip section, so
gotcha.
And just did that a little bit faster. So yeah, at one point it looked like Sarah might have a shot of finishing ahead of him. So it was very very ended up being pretty close. Your death that you talked about already to hurt you guys. I had forgotten about the sky missiles. that probably hurt you a little bit. But the one thing that you did that they didn't is get that ice beam for player 2 before going to do LN.
I don't even remember where that was.
It was at Grapple Beam.
Grapple Beam.
Yeah, and you honestly you made up a ton of time by going to Lower Norfair earlier with fewer E-tanks. That was a big time save. Like that caught you way up, got you a lot closer. I think MM2 and Farflu checked everything but 3 items. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, we're down to Shack Plasma in MM2 side and Plasma, in player 1 side, I should say, and Plasma in player 2 side.
Yeah,
I may be forgetting something or another, but...
Yeah, the one location that was scaring me the most was my climb sweepers, because I got my speed, like, at wherever in Blueprint, and then... And then that
is location. You know what? I don't think we saw that location. We didn't see any of the speed checks, obviously, on player 2 side, but obviously speed's not there, so...
I sure hope speed's not there. Paging total. Nah.
Oh, what? You can't crystal flash clip up through those speed blocks? Like, you know?
I mean, it's totally possible to get either of them without speed, but it's a 5-minute X-ray climb for climb supers, and then G mode, and then you can't get out for waterway, so it's just fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, biggest regret doing LN before Croc, but that's just.
I mean, it's the call you made.
It's the call I made. I would totally do it again. Just how the items turned out.
Yeah.
We also don't know where bombs were, so where player 2 bombs were, but those have a few extra places they could have shown up because they could be behind speed.
For sure.
Or just make it dash. We had both spacers. A lot of year.
Phaser and bombs to get the Well, no. Player 2 would have needed bombs or speed boosters still.
No,
Phaser for waterway, you know.
No, Spacer for bot wound.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
bot wound, yeah, there you go. That would do it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, now that we got the win on this one, we can go and face Bear Pair. Good fun rematch from SMT3 co-op.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That always is a good one for when you guys go at it. So.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun.
And I believe Woody and Sarah, you'll be playing Bayfield Hay.
Obscure and Nobly.
Obscure and Nobly.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's nice to not race Ashdar ever if we're trying to win. But we'll see. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, the whole seed, we were both pretty nervous. And so I couldn't tell you where a suit was. I couldn't tell you anything. I'm literally was going one step at a time. I remembered what I checked, but not what was where. So honestly, even to watch it back, I think would be kind of fun, just because I don't even know what I'm gonna see.
I kind of pretty much agree with Woody, except I definitely know where his plasma was.
Yes, you do.
Well, in this case, suits are easy because every one of them was in wreck ship.
I do.
Well, maybe.
Go ahead.
There's a various suit out there.
It was wreck ship reserve.
It was wreck ship reserve.
Oh, okay.
So I do have to ask you too, because as one of 3 couples in this tournament, but as far I don't know, I know one of the others, Ashdar and Bunny, do not live together. I don't know about the other one, but you two obviously live together. What's it like to do this in this? Are you in the same room? Do you guys go to different rooms? Like, what do you do? Like, and then what's it like?
Same room, and to me, I think that it's much less stressful, honestly, because I can just have him look over at my screen and be like, "Babe, what am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Look where I'm at. Tell me what to do right now."
Woody? I assume you did.
It's fun. I mean, how lucky can a guy be to be able to play this game with his wife competitively? So, I mean, it's fun. I think I suggested that we play in a different room, but I think it probably works out better to just be able to see the screen and provide moral support.
I need the moral support.
It was pretty hectic at the countdown because, like you said, Tracy, Sarah hasn't really done any. She's played, she's speedran the game, and she did join the Prodigy tournament a long time ago, but this was the first,
I don't think I've played this game in like a good solid 12 months at least.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I run this game. I would say that I dabble.
Fair enough.
But
wait, did you say you want to do a dab tournament? Is that?
No. I can't even keep up with watching those.
All right. Anything else either one of you want to add before we close? Any one of you? We have 4 people. Anyone want to add anything before we close things out?
Just thank you to everyone who does all the work to put all this stuff together. I appreciate it. I'm not tech savvy at all, so I'm really impressed with anyone who can pull all this stuff together.
Yeah, GG's to all y'all. Good luck against Bayfield Hay. Yeah, shouts to y'all for commentating, tracking, and yeah.
Yep, thanks a lot. It was definitely a good race to be a part of, and GG to MM2 and Farfaloo, and good luck on your next match. We'll see you. I'm sure we'll see each other later.
All right, we got races coming up tomorrow at 8 a.m. Don't know if that one's getting a restream. We have Zevdi versus Upfrog. That will be Zeb and Nevdi versus the other couple in this tournament, Eden 8 and Source 28. On Saturday, well, really Friday night / Saturday morning, at 12:30 a.m. we have Slow versus Cat Jam. That'll be Maniacal and TG Derp versus Mr. Guy Average and Stachio Cat. And then on Sunday at noon, we have the Taco Tank Dodgers versus 0 kilobits per second, KBPS. That'll be Zero Mendez and DMC Sparta versus Karu and RKC TKC. So definitely a lot of exciting matchups coming up. Hopefully we see you all there. Rumble, thank you for joining me. I saw you signed up, and I thought it'd be a fun commentary to do. So really happy we got to do it. And of course, can't say enough about our tracker, Jestro Zooks, doing all the hard work behind the scenes, clicking those buttons as things get flown fast and furious. Definitely huge shout outs to him. Rumble, you got anything else you want to add?
No, thanks to the runners. Awesome match. It was a lot of fun to do. Tracy, thank you for joining. And everybody just, have a good night. Everybody be excellent to each other. And we'll see you next time.